Hello and warm welcome to the Expert Online by Internet Vikings. My name is Julia and I will be your host for today. Today we will be joined by a special guest, the Key Accounts Manager of Internet Vikings, Anastasia Sanko.
Hi guys, welcome.
Before we go ahead, I would like to introduce the concept for those who are joining us for the very first time. At Internet Vikings, we believe that sharing the knowledge is the key to go. That's why we created this live platform where we're going to be sharing the most important insights and curious facts about iGaming industry that might be useful and interesting for everybody. That's why if you're willing to learn more and get some insights about the industry itself, join us every week on Wednesdays at 15 CET on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook on our pages. Next week, we will be joined by Alona Borzemska, CCO of Domain Crawler. She will be speaking about the collaboration and its importance in business. But now back to our special guest, Anastasia Sanko. Anastasia has been working in sales, business development, and account management for over a decade now. Working across various industries, 4 years ago, she has decided to join iGaming industry. Since 2013, she was working with such famous names as Accenture, Microsoft, IBM, to mention a few. And now we're happy to have her at Internet Vikings. Anastasia, how are you doing today?
Brilliant. Thank you, Julia, for such an introduction. Welcome, everybody, and I wanted to wish you a happy new year. Really happy to meet you guys.
Thank you very much for the warm wishes, Anastasia. And without wasting any further time, let's jump to the question straight away. I've prepared quite a few for you. As a person who has worked in sales and business development for quite an extensive period of time across various industries, do tell me, please, what is so different about iGaming industry? What is so special about it?
Well, guys, I think iGaming industry is indeed unique. I would say it also part of the entertainment industry. Same time, it's an online business. So we are talking about a very dynamic atmosphere, fast growing, fast paced industry, totally innovation driven. As well, the specifics of iGaming, it attracts young talent, and they bring new ideas, new technologies as well, and very fast adaptive to the world. um, I guess that's the main differences. It's a combination, to sum up, of an entertainment industry and online digital business.
Okay, that is very interesting. So, when it comes to sales and business development, how is it different, if it is, working as a sales in iGaming in comparison to other industries?
Well, it's quite different. The reason being is legislation is constantly changing. You have compliance to follow up. iGaming industry is so fast and dynamic that you constantly need to be on top of the game. If basically you're not the first, you're the last. This is how fast the industry is growing and moving forward.
That is very interesting. I would believe everybody would agree that it's a very rewarding industry to work for. But what would you say are the main challenges in your particular position working in iGaming?
iGaming is quite competitive, and in my opinion, you need to be the best to survive and be noticeable. You need, again, to stand out with your product offering. You need to stand out with your pricing. You need to be innovative, and you need to be highly flexible to the current environment and constant changes. So I guess that's the difficult part. You need to be on top of your game at all times.
That is a fantastic insight, Anastasia. Thank you. Well, since you've mentioned the products, as we all know, the entire industry exists purely in the online space, and the businesses are dependent on having an agile, up to date, and resilient IT infrastructure. You, as a person who works for an iGaming tech services provider, you are the person to ask. So, what are the most important aspects, so to say, of the tech setup of the iGaming companies that draw the line between, let's say, success and failure? What are the first things to bear in mind for the companies?
Well, you just mentioned that it is an online business. So the service we are offering is very fundamental for the industry. If you don't have hosting services, you don't have an online business. So we stand exactly at the core of the online business. So our customers, they trust us. So number one, we need to be um, providing reliable tech solutions to our customers. Our customers are trusting us to keep the customer data, to basically their service depends on us. The quality of the service, the way how the B2C customers perceive them. So it's obviously IT security for us is one of the major factors. IT security, data security, that is extremely needed in our type of technology. And I would also add flexibility of the product is crucial. As I mentioned several times, new technologies pop up, and iGaming absorbs all the new technology waves. Any type of trend is being tested and utilized in iGaming. So we need to be adaptive to be compatible and have a possibility to integrate all the new technologies to our platform as well.
Fantastic. And speaking of Internet Vikings, the company is currently actively expanding into the US market. And as far as I'm aware, you are directly involved into the process of the expansion. So please tell us, what are the current trends in the US market?
Yep, that's a very hot topic at the moment. Let's get back a little bit about Internet Vikings. We're regionally a European hosting provider, and we have a very large customer base of clients originated in Europe. But as I mentioned before, we need to be adaptive. We need to be following our customer demands. So what has happened in the recent years, customers had been expanding to new territories. So there was a trend to go to Asia, to Latin, which is continuing as we speak. Last year, I would say the focus for Internet Vikings was to go to United States, as well as the largest players in iGaming market. United States is a very tricky territory, I would say, but it's extremely lucrative and very attractive for many players. Just to give you a few facts, in 2019, United States um, iGaming revenues were reported at 96 billion. Then they grew till 190 billion US dollars. And they've been expanded massively. So it opened up so much potential for iGaming industry and the biggest players. But there's always a catch when such huge market opens up. First of all, US is very expensive. The market entry cost is quite high, so not all the players can afford um, going to that market as of now. Then it's divided to the biggest and the most renowned, oldest companies originated from land-based business. Um, but nevertheless, it's also very highly regulated, and the compliance is the key in the market. That means that you need really to go through so many details to be able to get the license to enter the US market. And everybody, each player in US market has to have a license, mm, of basically operating in each state. So you can count to enter US market means to enter uh, each state. You can count it's a new country because the laws and regulations are completely different. They have similarities, but you cannot guarantee that one authority would be copying same regulations towards another. So it's very hard market, but if you do enter, you see the game. It's going to be the biggest market for iGaming of all times.
Fantastic. Thank you for such an impressive answer, Anastasia. The numbers you've provided, wow, it's a wow for a new market. This was meant to be my next question about the specifics of the compliance and how the processes are different in the United States from the European market. But you've covered a bit. Do you have anything to add, or that's all for the moment?
Is just as heavy as you can get. As mentioned, each state has their own legislation, have their own compliance regulations, and pretty much you need to have license per state. So entering US market means that you're entering so many more license per state opportunities. So that's one of the most complicated things about US market overall. But the benefits are there too.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. I will leave the United States topic. I know that we can talk forever about it. It's the topic that was there in 2021 and it will continue in 2022. We would stay here talking for an hour or two. We dedicated an entire webinar to the United States that will be going live in February. So for whoever is interested in the subject, stay tuned and follow us on social media so that you don't miss the webinar and you're there to join it. The most renowned industry experts will give you the best insights on how to succeed in the market. And for you, Anastasia, probably lastly, I won't keep you any longer. In your opinion, what value do you add as to your customers as a company, Internet Vikings, and as a professional yourself? How do you build long-term, mutually beneficial relationships and help your clients thrive and succeed in what they do?
Well, Internet Vikings mojo, I would say, would be building partnerships, collaborations that last for years. Um, Normally, our service, since hosting, we have other competitors, is so core to the online business. So majority of our competitors are actually corporate players, and they became like a utility must have, which means that customers probably not getting that much personal attention and bespoke service. As we are much smaller than most of our competitors, we give them a unique iGaming experience, which is very valuable for our clients because we are almost only focusing on iGaming clients. So we, besides technology, besides our trusted service, we can offer also our knowledge in the industry. That is very important when you are talking about complicated cases. So we as partners trying to solve things together as a team, as a united force to, let's say, provide better service. Again, the fast pace that iGaming industry give us, we need to be very adaptive to the technology. So whatever happened yesterday, they might be not even relevant the next day. So we need constantly to improve our product and be flexible to integrate other solutions and new technologies. Since we are not that corporate, we bring a possibility to our clients to actually do so, rather than going through so many red tapes as in giant competitors of ours. And it's of course very important to notice that we have very flexible pricing models. Typically, we are not that type of a service catalog based company. When you have a drop down pricing menus, the customer just chooses what they want. We rather tailor make our solutions towards each customer, and providing a bespoke service, unique service, again with a frame of long-term partnership. I hope that that's quite clear in terms of our value proposition.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. Thank you for your time and your expertise. And of course, thank you for the viewers who has joined us today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them after the show. And I will see you again next Wednesday, as always, 3 p.m. CET time with our special guest, Alona Barzhevska. I wish you a pleasant day and have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Take care.